Welcome everybody. I'm Muka, joined by Cneakot today, our Paragon's DAO Invitational second place runner-up. Congratulations to you. We're going to be going over the deck list that he brought for this tournament and get some thoughts from him. Cneakot, how do you feel about getting second place?
I feel so excited and tired, but happy.
No, you did very, very well. So I think that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your day one? So Swiss, how did that go for you?
It's smoothly. It's good.
Yeah, you had how many? You
Um,
went only one loss, right?
I only one lost.
One loss only and 6 wins. That's a very impressive setup. Let's talk a bit about the decks that you brought. You had brought Universal Workshop, Gnaeus, Nehemiah, and Niamh, and we can go through each of the deck lists first. But I want to ask,
Yep.
actually, before we start, how did you decide to bring these four?
First of all, the Universal Shop is my favorite card deck, so I bring it. I take it for sure. And Genius is my win rate more than 50%, so I take it. And
Okay. More than 50%
it
win rate with
can
Gnaeus on ladder. That's why you brought that.
yeah,
Okay.
and it can against cast and drown. It's important.
Okay. And then the Nehemiah and the Niamh. Why did you bring those two also to finish your four?
And Nehemiah is especially counter the Nazari, and Niamh is my most played card deck.
Okay.
If
Outside of Universal Workshop. Universal Workshop's your favorite. Then Niamh, Gnaeus had more than 50% win rate, and Nehemiah you wanted to you just had it in there to stop people from playing Catherine. You didn't want people to play Catherine.
sure, I always hit by the Catherine.
Okay.
I don't want people to use it.
Okay. In terms of the decks that you wanted to play on day one, what did you mostly play? Were there any decks in there that you did not play at all?
I didn't play the Nehemiah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no Earthen on day
that's it.
one. You just had it in there to
Yes.
stop people from playing the Cath.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't meet Cassie in day one.
Okay.
Was really lucky.
Yeah. All right, let's go through the deck list. So we have your Universal Workshop here. This is your favorite deck. Can you go through the deck makeup? Anything that you want to notice or talk about that is not maybe standard? I can ask you some questions, but let's start there.
First off, the stronger and turn one is I put easy dive is the strongest the first turn.
Yeah, the target painter.
Put
We
the
saw that a
easy
lot
turn.
in the tournament. Yep.
Yes, and the load half is very important to Cassie counter Niamh.
I saw you brought one Ruin Tinkerer and one Master Poisoner. Some people were bringing multiple. What made you decide to bring only one of those?
I think they want a lot of Nehemiah in the tournament,
Okay.
so I bring one.
You didn't think there was going to be
And
a
then,
lot. You said there was not going to be a lot of Nehemiah, so you decided to bring one and one.
yes,
Okay.
one.
Okay. And then the trusty belt was very interesting. How often are you using that? Because some people don't run that at all.
When I put a glaive in the board, so I want to put the upgrade into my glaive, so it can destroy 6 units. It's very strong.
Okay. And then the last question is the drone printer. You had the drone printer and the cunning diplomat. Did you like having both? And which one? Can you talk about drone printer a little bit also?
A drone printer is an idea from the bright team, my teammate.
Yeah.
It's very interesting card. So after I try some game and I loved it. This card is resolve the question of the resources leak of the Unishop.
Yeah. In the sense that you can go wide now, right? With the Unishop because of the drone printer?
Yes, both resource and the wide
Yeah.
get solved.
Okay. That's very good. Anything else you want to say about this deck before we move to the next one?
Yeah, Kozo is very important to fight with Niamh.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we saw some of that in the tournament a little bit, but not too much. But that makes sense to make Niamh, punish some of their banking decisions and stuff. All right, let's go on to the next deck for your day one. We had the Gnaeus here. It seems pretty standard overall. Anything you want to talk about specifically or no?
And the hammer is for my vision. I didn't take the hammer, but I think this is an important card. Should take it.
That and the Meritus I think is a combo that people use together, right? The Merit
Yes.
if the hammer is in the waist.
Yes, it's strong combo.
Yeah.
And it also can do the combo with the convergent centrals. The domain I mean, the combo also can it's stronger than just take the 6/6.
Yeah, no, that's really good. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have the Nehemiah. You did not play this in the tournament, but you had this in here to stop the Kathy. Any cards that you want to talk about, really, or are nothing too much to say here? Just here to stop the Catherine and move on.
We can move on
Okay,
this.
Nehemiah was there as the
Okay.
Catherine deterrent, and then we moved on to the Niamh,
Yes.
which is one of your favorite decks. All right, anything you want to note here?
Nehemiah, what I played a lot in leader game. So there are not so many things to talk about, but it's difficult to I need to make decision in 90 seconds. So
It's a lot of
I
decision
should
making.
write a lot of decision to make.
All right, that makes sense. Now, moving on to day two, you had the option to switch your deck, and I believe you did. Being as part of the Exile team, I know that you did switch your decks around. What helped you make you switch any decks before we go on to the deck list?
I first researched the day two opportunities deck, so
Yep.
we make some strategy to against my opportunity.
Okay. You prepared for your opponent on the that you were gonna see first, who I believe was Fizdarth, and he was playing the Universal Workshop. So we were preparing you to help with that, and he had the Universal Workshop, New Dawn. I can't remember the other two decks that he ran, but you'll see it on the screen here. That's what he was gonna be running, and we opted to plan for that. The Exile team you worked with, right? What helped you kind of get the deck list ready for that. Going into
Yes,
the deck list, we have the Universal. This one we actually did not change, right? We kept it the same because you play so much that we were like, okay, let's keep it.
yes,
Yeah.
same.
Were you happy with this? You were happy with this going into, looking back on the tournament?
Yes, I'm happy to do that.
Okay. Going into the day two Gnaeus. So your Gnaeus, it did change a little bit from day one to day two. You want to explain that?
So we add some counting span, the 2/1/2
Yep.
card
Yeah, yeah.
to make sure we can go wild. This is the major change of our deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It kind of was like a hybrid, right? Because we wanted a deck that can go very wide if we had to go against Universal and against New Dawn. Because we knew your first opponent was going to be New Dawn, and we didn't know if other players were going to bring New Dawn. Some people brought it into day one, so this can go wide. It would help going into day two, and then it also had the Hammer and the Meritus combo in case you went against Niamh. So overall, it was like a hybrid to kind of like work against Niamh if it had to, but can also go really wide against the Universal or the New Dawn. How'd you feel? You liked this one during the tournament?
yes, I like this one. I use it to win several games.
Yeah. And then we had the day two Nehemiah, which we saw you get to play in the finals. This was kind of like the deck that you didn't play day one at all. How do you feel about this and the list and anything like that?
I think the most important thing is I need to play it more.
Ah, so practice.
To be
Yeah, yeah.
honest,
It needed some more
yeah,
practice. Okay.
take a
Yeah,
practice.
yeah, it makes sense, especially you this being your first tournament and you're getting a top in your first tournament, which is insane, by the way. Being a master of all the decks will take time for a lot of players, so being expected to play four extremely well because the Niamh was banned in the finals that you brought this. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have even touched this. You would have just played the Niamh. So yeah,
And the person is weak in the rank mode,
yeah,
so I didn't play it more
yeah.
much.
No, that makes
Yes.
sense. That does make sense. All right. Lastly, let's go through your Niamh. Anything that you want to highlight here of importance?
Oh, I think it's not changed from day one.
I think we made one change.
And
We took out one PS8 and we
yes,
put a
yes,
second stolen power just to have a little more removal. Otherwise,
yeah, just stolen power.
yeah. Otherwise, you were comfortable with this list, so we largely kept it the same. Comfort is very important, and I think that's what attributed to your success. Anything that you want to talk about with draft style? I know the Exile squad kind of helped with drafting knowledge. Do you want to go into that, or do you want me to share a little bit?
And mostly we will think what our opponent think and
Yeah.
how to counter with it. So I talk a lot with our team to make decisions.
No, I think that's the one benefit that competing with a group of players that you want to play with and you're kind of helping each other to succeed is that you can come up with draft strategies that work.
Yes. I learned a lot.
As a coach for Exile, we had a few players alongside me that, we kind of talked about different scenarios and what did we think that person was going to pick based on what did they play in day one or what we see them play on ladder. And that helped us make decisions and guess basically, okay, we think they're going to play this, or we think this deck is only here for this situation, so you pick this. And then we prioritized just how comfortable you are with certain decks to make sure that you had the best mentality going into each match. Even if you lose, it's fine. You just play again and go for the win. And that worked out largely. Got you all the way to the finals and second place, which again, congratulations. Absolutely is amazing. Is there any last things you want to talk about with day 2 or the whole tournament?
Yes, there is a game I can't forget. My team, I think I can take a revenge for my teammate. I'm happy.
No, that's good. I'm glad you did so well. I'm very happy to have had you play alongside the Exile players. This interview was a little bit fun for me because I got to see more from you, which was awesome. And I'm excited to see what you do in future tournaments. So with that said, I think we're good. And thank you very much, Cneakot.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.